And we are live. Trying to see if I can find the chat. There we go. All right, we are looking good. We are live right now. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with some survival. Rook takes. We're going to take back and give a nice checkmate on the back rank or pick up that bishop. This here is not only a fork, but it's also a checkmate because the bishop is guarding over here. This looks like a free queen to me, so I'm going to take it. Free rook with a checkmate. Pretty nice. This is a nice example of a back rank checkmate. So we're going to do that. Takes, takes, and takes. Checkmate right over here. Protected by that bishop. So we take. This is a checkmate. It's protected by that knight. This is the same kind of checkmate. It's protected by that knight. We'll grab that pawn. We'll grab this pawn for mate. This is a nice mate involving a sacrifice. If you ever do Puzzle Rush, you would have seen this a million times. We give up the queen for a checkmate on the back rank. And we'll do something pretty similar here. This king is trapped behind these two pawns, so we can go rook here, take that rook, and then take the queen for mate. Now we can take this, I'm pretty sure, because if the queen were to move, this is mate, but if the rook takes, that's another story. Then maybe we slide this rook up. It has to start with bishop takes. I believe now we go here, because now we lure the queen away. Hey there, Jose. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a nice day. This is checkmate on the back. On the side. Classic king and rook mate. Here we take, because it's checkmate over here. This F file is completely open for white, so that makes me think this is a nice move, because no matter where the king goes next, this is a checkmate. So boom and boom. This king is really close. I'm doing good. Thanks, Jose. How's the audio on your end? Is it coming through okay? Or do I need to adjust anything? I just started up this stream, so I'm not sure. Would appreciate your help. I think we take the pawn here. And then that's a checkmate. So let's do it. So far we're at 18. Let's see how far we can keep going. Let's see here. I think we take the pawn, because no matter what black would take back with here or here, then we have this push. But maybe he's not obligated to take back. Maybe he moves the bishop away, but in that case I'll push, and I think that's good. Okay, so this is a fork, and we pick up the knight. Awesome. Thanks so much, Jose. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. All right, this square is covered by the knight. This square is covered by the rook. So if I come here, then that's just a clear win. Knight here, I take the knight. Rook here, I take the rook. Queen here, I take the queen, and then it's just a back rank mate. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. This move I think I go here, check first, and then pick up the bishop. I was thinking about rook takes, but the problem with that is the pawn takes the knight, and then we're just trading material. So let's go with going here first, and then we take the knight. We'll take with the knight. Now this is interesting because they're ganging up on my knights with the rooks, but I can protect it with my rook. There we go. Easy peasy. Let's see. To me, I think I take the bishop, and now that'll expose the queen and bishop on that bishop. So I think we're gonna just do that. Boom. And then I think we make an intermediate move of capturing that knight, because then we're on the queen. Yep, we're on the queen. There we go. All right, what is going on over here? There's some danger going on my second rank, so I need to be careful with that. I am looking at his back rank problems. If I go here, he has to move the bishop. I'm sorry, to move the rook back. Could I take the rook and then king takes, and then maybe queen here check, king goes... King can't go down, actually. I think that's just... Is that just mate? Let's try again. Rook over here, rook over here. I take the rook, king takes, and then this is mate, because this square is guarded by the knight. Yeah, that has to be it. Very nice. All right, we're at 23. Let's see how far we can get. If you're tuning in, hi. Throw a hi in the chat. Subscribe if you want to. I make a lot of chess content. All right, here it looks like there's a fork. On the bishop, on the queen, and it looks pretty straightforward, so I'm just going to do it. Boom, boom, and boom. This one involves the sacrifice of the rook. I'm noticing that the knight is guarding these two squares, so after I chop off this pawn, the king takes, and then I slide my other rook over, and then the queen would have to come here. I'll take the queen, and then that's mate. So we start with the sacrifice, slide the rook over a bit, and then boom, checkmate. Alright, my queen is under attack, but I could ignore it because I do have a check, and that's sliding this rook over here. And then the rook has to go here, and then I take the rook for checkmate. And there are no other moves. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright, 26 down. Let's go. Here, I think I'm going to pick up that rook. I think that's just a free rook, so I'm going to do it and see what they got. All right. It might be a fork if I don't move my king closer, but I can move my king closer and it's protected, so I don't know what that was about. Okay, I'm looking at this check and then come here to fork and pick up that rook. So let's go do it here. And I think here's the move. It's a check, but I move out of the way. Hold on a second. If I move out of the way, the rook could move. But if the rook moves, then this is a little bit of devastation. So I'm just going to move my king away. There we go. 28 down. I'm thinking about sacrificing my rook. After king takes, I move my other rook with a check. That looks very promising. Boom, boom. Ultimately, I'm luring the king away from that other rook. This is just a simple checkmate because it's protected by both the rook and the queen. Boom. All right, here I'm going to slide in my queen. King will move either here or here, and then I go here. And then slide in my bishop to seal the deal. Boom, boom. Darn, that was wrong. Okay, can't let it bother me too much. I'm going to go here and push, push, push. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Get that queen. All right, let's go here, check. Give up the queen for a back rank. What if I just simply slide here? The king will move, and then I go up here for mate. Is it really that simple? Yeah, it really is. Sometimes puzzles are just really that simple. I do want to try this check, but also to consider this check. I think this makes a little bit more sense. Here we take, and now I think queen here makes sense, but maybe this is even better because I actually, wrong. This, darn, 33. All right, I'm warmed up now. Let's play some games. We will do a 10-minute game, and I will comment on it. Here we go. I'm playing 26 James from Peru. Here we go. Pawn to c6, Caro-Kann defense. We have f4. Spicy. This is kind of like advanced variation vibes a little bit. Except that there's this pawn here and no pawn here. Bishop b5. I'm going to develop my bishop, get it outside of this pawn chain, and then close it off. I'm thinking to go right here. Pinning the knight to the queen. Takes and takes. Alright, this move I need to be careful. If I back it up, my bishop's simply getting trapped. So I'm going to take the knight. Takes. Alright. I like my advantage over here. I'm going to push the pawn. Alright, castles. Time to develop. Let's go this way with my knight. I want to go here and here. That would be pretty cool for my knight. Also thinking about queen over here. Alright, he wants to play this move, which is pretty nice. I'm going to play this anyway, see what he does. So here... Oh, really? Moving the knight over there. So now I'm going to sink in my knight over here. And the queen comes here. Let's play... I could start coming in closer, but I don't really know what that does. Maybe queen over here. Establish some long-range pressure on that king. It's on the same diagonal. If takes, queen takes, push, that doesn't really do anything. Ooh, I thought of something really spicy. I thought of a really good move, and that's to push this pawn, giving up the knight temporarily. If the queen were to take the knight, I have bishop over here, pinning the queen to the king. And then if the queen just simply moves out of the way, I take here with check. Yeah, that has to be the move. I think this is a win, straight up. Pawn to c4, let's go. Takes, and now we're going to play this juicy move, bishop c5, pinning that queen. The queen can't move anymore. I'm just going to win the queen. I expect a resignation. Let's see if I can get it. He was not expecting that move. I gave up the knight. Okay, 2 pieces for the queen. I think I can convert this. I totally think I can convert it. How do I want to do it? I think I'm going to start by castling. I have a queen, 2 rooks. Okay, this is just screaming for me to play this move here. Just attack this pawn chain. And I'm giving up my weak pawn. This pawn here is pretty weak, so I'm pretty happy to see it gone. At this point, I think I first want to play this move to stop the knight from coming in. Because if the knight comes in here and then there, that would be a problem. But now, the bishop is pinning my queen to the rook. But maybe it's not too bad for me because I'm already up a queen. I don't even think he wants to give up this exchange. I'm going to back up my queen. I don't think he's going to take, but if he does, it'll make my job a little bit easier. I will take that. Alright, this song kind of sucks. I'm skipping it. All right, he did go for that exchange. I'll happily oblige. And now we're up some material. I think technically a rook is worth more than a bishop, but in his position where he is down material, I don't think it makes sense for him to trade. Even if he's technically winning the exchange, because it's just going to make my job a lot easier. All right, now what this does, it blocks the rook's circulation from that pawn. So now I can attack this pawn. Not yet, because that knight could take that. Not so simple. Well, the only other piece that's yet to be developed is the king, right? I can march it forward a little bit, like this, and then push. And now the king would be protecting that pawn. And I don't think it's so easy for white to do anything in the meantime. So let's go ahead and start with my plan. King f8, king over here, and then I'm going to push the pawn. All right, I don't know what this move does. He's trying to protect this pawn somehow. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead with my plan. You may or may not see it. I don't know. Don't know and I don't care. It's not my problem. Let's go ahead and play this pawn move. I think it works now because now this pawn is guarded and I'm not really blundering anything. So let's go ahead and do it. F6, crack open that center control that white has right now. Okay, rook over there. I think that's a great move. So, So if I take rook takes, if I take rook takes, threatening this, I could defend it by going here. Yeah. And then pawn here though, and then I move it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, rook takes. So I want to be cheeky and go here and take, but the problem with that is that I lose that pawn. So I need to protect it. Let's see what happens next. Pawn here, but I go here. And I think I'm okay. Oof, I blundered this. The pawn is pinned right now. Okay, he didn't see it. I'm very lucky about that. Extremely lucky, actually, because he could have played this and took the rook. And then it would have been a queen versus two rooks, and that would have been a little bit annoying. I think here this gives me some saving grace by moving the king over here. And then the king's actually threatening to take that rook. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, this move just loses on the spot, doesn't it? Can't the king just take that rook? Am I overlooking something really dumb here? I'm just going to take the rook. That's a free king. A free rook. All right, I don't know what's going on here, but I am loving this position. I think to make things a little bit... no, I wanted to take the rook, knight takes, king takes, but the problem with that is he's not obligated to take the rook. If I go here, boom, check, and then I lose a piece straight up. So I think I'm going to safely retreat and go here. The problem with that is pawn push. No, not yet, actually. The pawn cannot push because I take it. I was combining, like thinking if the rook would be over here. So, king over here. That's my move. I have 4 minutes remaining, but I'm confident I can win this. I'm up so much material here. Okay, now at this point, I think taking the pawn is the right approach. And then it'll be queen versus rook. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make things a little bit easier. Please, take my rook. We'll just make this as easy as possible for me. Rook versus queen, I'm confident I can win this. Okay, he doesn't take. Instead, he just allows me to just take that pawn scot-free. So, with that being said, it's time for me to put my rook somewhere useful. Maybe to this square. If check, I'm going to move back. Where do I want to go? Maybe this square looks nice. I'll try it. Let's go here. Let's see what he's got. I got this. Up a queen. I can't be happier with this position. The only thing is I'm kind of worried about is my time. Alright, this move I don't know works because of this, and I take the pawn. So let's go ahead and do that. Check. What does he got? There. This move just doesn't seem very good because of this, and I'm pinning the knight to the king here. Pawn push. I can attack that by going... yeah, I'm going to attack it by coming here. Pawn takes, I take back. You still have to worry about this pin going on. The knight doesn't have really too many good squares. Alright. Interesting move. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab it. King takes, I'm going to play this now. Ooh, interesting, but I don't know if it works because of this. And there's still a pin going on. The knight cannot move and discover checkmate because it's pinned. So now I'm going to take this next. And he resigns. Let's go. We get the dub. Beautiful. Beautiful game. Let's review it. See where I went wrong. If I did.
Well done pouncing on that free piece.
Let's go. Oh, I had a brilliancy.
A great find.
Yes, 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 yes.
Nice. You found a way to win a queen.
C4 was a very, very nice move. Giving up the knight. Because if it takes, that is a pin. Thanks very much, Hidden Horizons. Really appreciate it. Yeah, C4, move of the game. After that, it was just a simple conversion. Sure, I maybe made some...
advantage, and now the position is balanced.
Ooh. Why is that?
This protects an underdefended pawn that was...
I'm still happy with the way I played it. I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, once I took the rook, there's nothing else to analyze here. So I'm glad I played C4. That was a cool find. Alright, let's do another. Alright, here we are playing someone from the United Kingdom in 1949, and we have the Queen's Pawn opening. Let's play d4, d5. I was studying the Queen's Gambit Carlsbad recently, so I'm hoping to get that on the board. And that has to do with the takes. We're not going to take it because of the knight. So we're going to have a little bit of a different opening here. Let's play this move, c6. Establish a nice pawn chain over here. I'm going to develop my bishop right now. I don't see any problems with that. We'll go here. Okay. I don't know what the benefit of fianchettoing this way is because he's just looking at a dead wall. Unless he plans to somehow break through. I'm going to play this. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a London system with reversed colors. But this, moving the bishop accomplishes a lot because it's now outside of that pawn chain. If it were stuck here, you'll always have the question of how to develop that bishop. This move signals to me that he's planning to go here, where I don't know if I'm going to take or if I'm going to back up. I will decide later. In the meantime, I'm going to pin the knight this way. Potentially thinking about sinking my knight into this juicy square. And then queen here. It could be an option. Alright, this move to me is interesting. Because it does plan for this move. But this knight is pinned right now. It does stop my knight from coming in here. But that does open up this diagonal. So maybe I could sacrifice and takes and queen here to check. Here, I don't really see anything too promising, so I'm not going to do that. I could pile up a little bit, but the queen can just come down. And then I don't really have anything too good. So I need to think. What is a good move? Maybe develop my queen up and then threaten that. Gain a tempo. And develops my queen. Because this move, I think, is just ugly for white. It's not winning on the spot or anything like that, but it does look pretty good for me. And it also helps form a battery in some situations. Maybe I'll want to play like bishop over here at some point. All right, knight over there does guard that, so it's pretty nice. It does... there's no piece that I can use to attack that. Let's see. I think king safety is very important, so let's go ahead and castle. One thing I do have to be concerned about, the queen and rook are on the same diagonal, so there's always this in the long term to think about. Whoa! Bishop over here. Or pawn over here attacking the bishop. I'm going to just move the bishop down. I don't know what that does. That just opens him up further. Alright, he's really gunning after my bishop. He wants to trap me. Am I going to let him? Probably not. So I could play this, or I could play that. I think all things considered, I want to play this, because if I play this, he might play this anyway, or he could play that. No, I'm going to go just one square. I want to see what he does. Let's see what he's got. Queen over there, the self-pin. There's no real good way for me to do anything about it. Maybe I want to open things up by pushing, but maybe first it makes more sense for me to develop. But I am kind of nervous. Like, if let's say I develop, right? And he plays this and this. Well, then there's no bishop to go over here. It's guarded by that pawn, so I'm fine. This move is nice. Now I can think about going here or putting a rook somewhere first. I kind of want to play it cool and see what he does first. It's kind of a slow position. It's not like a wild tactical game like that other one was. This is the kind of structure that arises from queen's pawn openings. You kind of get this slow build-up where both sides are trying to improve their pieces. I don't hate my position here. I kind of like it. Now the question is really on to black with what he wants to do. Okay, he is going this way. Alright, something to think about. I'm thinking about taking this pawn. Taking that pawn. Now, one thing I need to be concerned about is after the pawn takes back, this rook is now on an open file. I can imagine a world where the knight moves away, the queen comes in here, and then boom, checkmates me. So I have to think about these kind of things. That being said, I think this is fine if I take, because I can block it with the knight. So I'm gonna do that. Just block it with my knight. Stop any hopes of nonsense. All right. Let's see here. Now, I could go for an immediate attack on the queen side. Let's do it. Let's push this pawn all the way up. I'm going to play this next. And this can never happen because it's guarded by the queen. It's what I mentioned earlier, that the bishop and queen form a nice connection, and they're very harmonious when they work together. This knight is kind of not doing a whole lot here. Knights to the rim are dim, but it's okay for now. Whoa, I think... no, it's not really a free pawn, because if I move this bishop away, then the knight hangs. I can't have that. So with that considered, that's a pretty good move. I wish I had a bishop on this diagonal and this knight wasn't here. Alright, I'm going to attack him further. I'm going to just stay chill and go here. And take next. This is starting to become wild. It's starting to become a tricky game. This guy's good. He's a 1949. Alright. Here, I think this is good for me. One, it opens up my bishop on this, and two, I can just simply move my queen. And I think I'm alright. Let's go here. I would like to push this pawn at some point and open things up. But the timing has to be right. This music is a bit too loud for my liking. I'm going to reduce the volume just a bit. Better. Alright, knight goes over there. Interesting idea. Need to think about it. Now, what I mentioned before, if I take... The queen cannot really go here because I go back with the knight. So if I take, queen takes, and then the queen is threatening to come here and checkmate me over here. This is a tough spot I'm in. One thing I'm noticing, when this knight moved, it's no longer guarding this square. So maybe I play this and then reroute my knight to be a little bit more active over here. Because the rook has to move. And then I come here. But I don't know if that really addresses the problem. Here, rook here. And then knight here, queen here. And then that is a bit problematic for me. I don't know if I want to do that. It looks nice, but it's not a good idea. So let's think. Takes, queen takes. That might not be so smart. This is a big threat. What if I go here, queen takes, and then I push this way? Just open up everything. Pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, rook takes, and do like that. Well, we gotta try it. We have 2 minutes and 57 seconds. I think that works okay. Okay, we go here now. Let's just open things up. And this gives my king a possible escape. You always have to be thinking about these things, and that's what I first noticed when I allowed for this rook to be on this open file. I was thinking about these, not these specific concrete lines, but kind of the ideas of like things like alarm bells to think about and consider. All right, time to open this up. Taking here, here. I can protect. This is not an awful position, but it does look kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie there. My king is pretty bare. But I don't see an immediate mate. For here, I'm gonna tuck my king away. Okay, I'm gonna tuck my king away. Let's go here. And I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay here. Problem is I am... Ooh, okay, what is this going on? Alright, we need to protect. Let's protect that bishop. The knight could take. That is a strong possibility. Okay, but that doesn't happen. So the issue with me taking is that this is going to be a threat after this takes. That's actually a nice move. It's pretty deep. If I take, pawn takes, and then rook, rook. If I slide my rook here, then this. But then I can just move. Alright, I'm going to take. Let's see what he's got. This check is a bit annoying. Oh, he goes that way first. I still think I'm okay after I take with the other rook. I'm going to do it. Let's go here. Let's go there. See what he's got. Okay. I kind of want to throw in this check. I also do have lines where I can take the pawn and go here and stuff like that. I'm going to start with this. All right, protects with that. Let's play. Takes. See what he takes back with. He takes back with the pawn. I'm going to take here. I have a minute left, so I have to go fast. Let's go. This doesn't work because it's protected. Okay, I'm gonna go here and trade the queens. I just have to play a little bit quickly. I have a minute left. It's bullet versus blitz. I shouldn't have let my time get down this low, but it's whatever. If anyone wants to play me, just let me know. Always open to a challenge. All right, let's see here. This is an idea. Let's see. 55 seconds. I can do this. Let's see what I can do. Alright, we're coming here. This could be a little annoying, but I'll just move. Okay, we'll come here. Here next. There, okay, here. I'm kind of playing by my gut right now. This is my idea to come here next. This is very annoying, but this is a check, and this is also a check. So it's not quite trapped. Okay, there. I'm gonna grab it. Okay, this. This. Here, let's play this. Oh my goodness, that was a long think. I'm looking at potential discovery, so let's see what I can do. I have 35 seconds. This position might be a draw with perfect play, but I have 35 seconds. My opponent will probably try to flag me. I would love to come here and here, maybe. That's my idea. Okay, there. Let's go here. Protect that pawn. Protect that pawn and maybe slide my bishop away. Okay, slide my bishop away and come here with this check. I'm playing super speed chess compared to my opponent. I could potentially win this pawn. Okay, we're gonna come here. There. If takes, I take back. Okay, we take this. This. Let's come here. I'm willing to go for the draw at this point. Actually, yeah, I'm willing to go for the draw. I'm willing to go for the draw. Because I was gonna lose on time. I'm gonna go for the draw. I'll take it. I'm just gonna go back and forth a bunch of times. This better be a draw. He's gonna try to flag me, but it doesn't matter at this point. This is just a draw. I probably could have pushed and won, but I didn't want to take a chance with my low time. But this is a draw. I hope chess.com will declare this to be a draw. I swear, if this is a win because I have that pawn, come on. This is just a draw. You know what? I'm convinced it's a draw. I'm gonna let myself flag. Let's just let it flag. So this guy wants to run the clock. I'm just gonna let the clock run, because obviously he's gonna be. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this a bunch of times, and I might get the 50 move rule before it's a draw. I hesitated too much there. I should have just kept doing this. I wonder what will happen first, the 50 move rule or any of this nonsense. 50 move rule, or there we go, 50 move rule, or draw by repetition. Let's go. The position repeated itself one time here, one time here, and one time here. Let's go. I knew I was gonna get the draw. I just thought maybe like there was a % chance that at the end, if I flag, because I have that pawn, it would be a loss for some reason. I don't think so, but I wasn't 100% sure. I was maybe like 95% sure that that would be a draw, but we got the repetition. Oh my god. I had to fight tooth and nail for that draw. King was drawn the whole way through, probably. I think maybe I was winning. Let's see. Yeah, like I'm better here. Maybe not totally winning, but maybe slightly better. I mean, maybe towards, yeah, here, this is just a draw. The computer just said I had a slight advantage all the way through. Yeah. What a game. That was pretty wild. Alrighty, everybody, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you so much